Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and in this video, the Bitcoin price is currently forming this triangle pattern, and a Bitcoin breakout is imminent on the chart. And while Bitcoin has been trending sideways, like I said it would in my last video, the RSI, on the other hand, has actually been coming down. So if you want to find out what that actually means and where Bitcoin will be going next, then I'm about to tell you my next price targets for Bitcoin, so stay tuned. Also, later in the video, I'll be covering Ethereum, because Ethereum is just breaking into new all-time highs as I'm recording this video. And towards the end of the video, I will be doing some more Chainlink Technical Analysis, because a few of you guys have requested that on my last few videos. So if all of that sounds good to you, then please make sure to just leave a like on this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. I put hours of my time each day into these videos to try and help you make money in crypto. So if you could just spend a couple seconds to click like and subscribe, that seriously helps out the channel a lot, and I appreciate all of your support. But yeah, with all of that being said, let's get straight into what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Bitcoin US dollar chart. We're on the 1 hour chart, and as you can see, just in the super short term here, Bitcoin topped out just recently at around 48,200 US dollars. And I mean, because of how volatile Bitcoin is at the moment and how bullish it's looking, by the time this video goes out, it could be a lot higher, but it's definitely still worth watching the video. But yeah, as I said, Bitcoin is forming this type of pattern here, which is a symmetrical triangle. This type of pattern here, after this big run that we've had over the past couple days, this pattern acts as a bull pennant, which is basically another form of a bull flag. And yeah, I mentioned in my last video that, to be honest, the most bearish scenario is simply just Bitcoin consolidating sideways. I recorded my last video right back here as Bitcoin was beginning to just top out here in the short term. And yeah, I said that the two most likely scenarios is that Bitcoin either goes straight up to 50,000 or we perhaps consolidate sideways before we head up to 50,000. I seriously still do not see any crash for Bitcoin in the near term. Like, technically that can still happen, don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, from looking at the charts, it's pretty unlikely for Bitcoin to crash right now. But just in the off chance that we do, the downside support is coming in at around 42,500 US dollars. The $42,000 level was the previous all-time high, and also we got supported just here, as you can see, off this $42,500 level. But even before that, I'll be simply looking at this low here to get supported, and that's coming in at around 45,000 US dollars. But once again, in my opinion, it's not very likely that we do crash back down, especially after someone like Elon Musk has bought into Bitcoin down in these areas. Usually when a major player like that buys in, the price just doesn't come back down to those price levels. The same was for when Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy, bought Bitcoin at the end of 2020. The Bitcoin price just never came back down to those levels that he bought at. So yeah, once again, Bitcoin is looking incredibly bullish, and my exact price targets for this bull pennant, if I measure it out on the chart just here, you take basically the flagpole coming into the bull flag, and then you drag it up here at the point of the breakout. Let's just say we break out somewhere around here. That gives us a price target all the way up here at about 56,000 US dollars per Bitcoin. So that's the technical price target for this pattern that we're forming right now. But before we get up to that $56,000 area, as I've said in my last few videos, we could definitely see some resistance come in at around 50,000 US dollars. And I know I've mentioned this in my last two videos, but I'll mention it again for all of the new viewers on the channel. The $50,000 level is an important level for two reasons. Just zooming back out to the 4 hour chart and taking out the Fibonacci extensions. As you can see here, this next big Fibonacci level, the 1618 Fibonacci level, comes in at exactly 50,000 US dollars at this white line just here. So that's one of the major reasons why the $50,000 level could see some big resistance. And the second reason is obviously because it's just a round number. It will act as a psychological resistance level, because a lot of people will just look at 50,000 and quite a lot of people will see that number and place their sell orders up there. And obviously when you've got a bunch of sell orders set at a certain price limit, that's basically what resistance is. Because yeah, as the price comes up to those levels, those sell orders begin to trigger, which means more Bitcoin starts to flood the market, and it requires more buyers to come in to buy up that Bitcoin in order for the price to go through that level. So yeah, those are two major reasons why we could see some resistance at 50,000, but it will only be in the short term, because my long-term predictions for Bitcoin once again are in the 6-figure range. So we're definitely going to get above 50,000 at some point. Now zooming back into the 1 hour chart, as you can see here, since Bitcoin has just been heading sideways, as you can see, the RSI has actually been trending down. And this is actually really good for Bitcoin, because at least in the short term, the RSI was extremely overbought in these areas as Bitcoin had this massive run up. When Bitcoin just goes sideways, it allows the RSI to just kind of cool off into more neutral areas, which prepares Bitcoin for its next big move. And this is great for two reasons, because one, the RSI is already around these neutral areas. So if we did head back down, it wouldn't head back down as far as we would if the RSI was way up here. And the second reason why it's really good is because that we have more room now to the upside. Once again, the RSI on these lower time frames are in very neutral areas. So if Bitcoin has another pump up above 50,000 US dollars, then that would simply just bring the RSI back to these previous levels. So for this breakout, technically Bitcoin can still break to the downside, but it is much more likely to break to the upside because of the reasons I've just mentioned. And yeah, I've already given you my Bitcoin price targets for whether or not Bitcoin breaks to the upside or the downside, because you can trade this move either way, and either way a big move is coming, especially with this declining volume. Also, if Bitcoin does break to the upside, as you can see here, we would be forming a classic W pattern, which once again is a very bullish pattern. So to be honest with you, I'm not really seeing anything that's bearish on the chart right now. Everything right now is just looking really bullish. And yeah, I would certainly not be selling Bitcoin at all right now. And the same goes for Ethereum. So here we are on the Ethereum US dollar chart. We're on the 1 hour chart. And this white line just here was the previous all-time high. As you can see here, this white line comes in at around 1760 US dollars per Ethereum. And I covered this in my last video. My last video I recorded at around this area on the chart just here. And I said that a breakout above the all-time high is imminent. And that's exactly what's happened since then. We did see a small fake out on the chart, as you can see, before we continued to head higher. And yet, since the recent breakout above this level, we have actually come back down to retest this level and gotten a small bounce off this level, which is really bullish for Ethereum. And yeah, once again, I know I mentioned this in my last video, but I'll say it again. Ethereum tends to follow what Bitcoin does. And obviously Bitcoin had a massive pump just recently over the past couple of days. And Ethereum hasn't really experienced that same sort of gain over the past couple of days. And so that's not a reason to be bearish on Ethereum. If anything, that's a reason to be extremely bullish on Ethereum, because Bitcoin and Ethereum once again go hand in hand. If one pumps, the other usually pumps. And the fact that we have actually broken into new all-time highs for Ethereum once again is very bullish. So the exact levels that I'll be paying attention to for Ethereum would obviously be this 1760 US dollar level. It's extremely important for Ethereum to hold that level as support, since that was the previous all-time high. And if we do, well, I'll simply just be looking for new all-time highs, which is pretty obvious. And my immediate next target to the upside would be at the $2,000 level. If I just zoom out a little bit on the chart, as you can see here, and I'll draw the Fibonacci extensions out from this recent high that we had back here at 1760 down to this low at around 1500. The next big Fibonacci level, the 1618 Fibonacci level, comes in at 1,931 US dollars. So yeah, at around 1930, that would be my next big level to watch out for. And once again, the $2,000 level, which is just above it, just here, as you can see on the chart, this level is going to be a psychological resistance level for Ethereum, because of the same reasons that I mentioned back when I was talking about $50,000 being a psychological resistance level for Bitcoin. But once again, my longer term price targets for Ethereum are a lot higher than just $2,000. So at some point we have to cross above those levels in order to meet my longer term price targets. So even though we could see some short term resistance at those levels, it would simply just be in the short term before we eventually break above those levels. Now, the only bearish thing that I'm seeing on the Ethereum chart right now, it's only really on the 1 hour chart. So it's not really that serious, but I am seeing a small bearish divergence. As you can see here, we had this high just here and we got a slightly higher high just here. And then in the RSI, we got this high up here and a lower high in the RSI. So once again, this is a bearish divergence, but it's only a very slight bearish divergence and it's only really visible on the 1 hour chart. So these much smaller bearish divergences don't mean that we're going to crash. It usually just means we're going to head sideways for a little bit before we begin to head up again. The best strategy is simply just a dollar cost average, so that way you're not missing out if the Ethereum price just keeps going up. Now heading over to the Chainlink US dollar chart, we're on the 1 hour chart for Chainlink, and Chainlink has recently entered a new all-time high along with pretty much everything else. Chainlink recently pumped well above 28 US dollars per link. And I know I'm saying this a lot in all of my just recent videos, but once again, Chainlink is looking incredibly bullish. I might seem like I'm a perma bull, but if you go back maybe like 2 to 3 weeks ago, I was making more bearish videos while Bitcoin was correcting. But ever since I called toward the bottom for Bitcoin. I honestly have been bullish for Bitcoin, and that carries over to other coins like Ethereum and Chainlink, because the majority of cryptos, once again, is pretty correlated to Bitcoin. So yeah, just zooming out on this Chainlink chart, Chainlink for quite a while has been in this ascending triangle, as you can see, and it saw a small fake out to the upside before it came back inside this triangle, and it got supported by the bottom of this ascending triangle, which was great. And then right towards the end of the triangle, it ended up breaking out to the upside, as you can see here, and that's where we are right now. But yeah, just getting rid of that ascending triangle now, because that's pretty much already played out. What are my levels to watch out for Chainlink, and where are my next price targets? And well, it's really important that Chainlink holds this price level right here, and this level is coming in at exactly $27 per link. And this is because there was massive rejection at this level just here. As you can see, we also got a wick come up to this level just here and got rejected, and ever since Chainlink broke above this level, it's actually come back down and gotten a bounce off the $27 level to confirm it as support. So the Chainlink price is respecting the $27 level, so it's definitely important that we do continue to hold that level if we are to remain bullish. If we fail to hold that level, then I would be targeting this price range that we had down here, and that's coming in at around $25 as our next downside support if we broke the $27 level. And well, I already mentioned the support levels to watch out for Chainlink if we went to the downside. So my upside targets for Chainlink, just drawing out the Fibonacci extension on the chart, as you can see here, the next big Fibonacci level, the 1618 Fibonacci level, comes in at around $30.30, and just mapping out the $30 level on the chart just here, as you can see, the Fibonacci level is extremely close to just the $30 level. So honestly, my next price target for Chainlink to the upside will be at the $30 level. And once again, that's because of that Fibonacci level, and also the $30 level. That's just a nice round target. But my long-term targets for Chainlink over this next year are in the 3-digit range. And so obviously for that to happen, Chainlink has to break well above $30. So any resistance that we see at $30 will simply just be in the short term. But yeah, I'll definitely continue to keep you updated on Chainlink on the channel. Chainlink is currently my third biggest crypto holding. In my crypto portfolio, it goes Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then Chainlink. And if you want me to make more videos about some other altcoins that I hold, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm definitely open to all suggestions. But yeah, that's just about all I have to say for this video. If you enjoyed, then please make sure to just leave a like on the video down below. Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of my future videos. I seriously appreciate all of the support on the channel as of recent. This small community is just rapidly growing, and we're gonna blow up sometime soon. And yeah, all of you on the channel right now, you're all so early to the channel. And yeah, I just want to really say that I appreciate all of the support once again. Yeah, if you have any feedback, suggestions, or questions for me, just let me know in a comment down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Just be careful, because sometimes in the comment section there can be some scammers. So if you see a comment down there that has like either an email, a telegram, or phone number or something like that, just leave that comment alone. Do not contact those people, because yeah, there can be some scammers down there in the comment section, so just be careful. But yeah, with all that being said, I really hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next video.